What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. Today we are working on the interior of the Datsun, specifically on the dash. Things being what they are, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done in one day, but I'm going to try. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get this done in one video without it being like a super long video. But anyway, I'll show you guys what the dash looks like right now. There is no cover on there whatsoever. Spaghetti noodle wires everywhere. Here's my tachometer. So I'm gonna put together a stencil first. I'll put together the dash based on that. I'm not really gonna worry about the vents or anything like that right now because I can always go through and cut holes in it later. And I don't even know if these are stock. I'm willing to bet that based on that engineering, this is not even stock. I don't think that came from the factory that way. And it's not going to be huge, right? This is going to be a small little dash cover. And we're going to do all of this without taking the dash apart or taking the dash out, which we will eventually have to do. So obviously I'll get a piece of paper or a piece of cardboard. I'm going to measure the length, or the width I should say, of the dash. Take down those measurements and see how deep it is in the center part, and then also in the thinnest part, and I'll take a couple of measurements in between those so that I can get a good idea of the curve that it's taking so that it matches up with the window seal over here. All right, let's get started. So we got a 49-inch in length piece of cardboard. It's all flat on this side, so this side is going to be facing us. This side's going to be facing the windshield. So I have to measure 3 inches over here. Alright guys, so I got the stencil in place. I need to add a 1/2 inch total width to it. So I've got that marked. And then I've got my markers here set for 4 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. So now I'm going to measure how much more width I need at those spots. I've got this guy pretty well centered. And again, this is still just kind of a rough draft, but I need to get that angle. I need to get that angle right so that I can fill in this gap properly. I took the original one that I had and matched it up over here. Right here at the very top, it looked pretty good, and over here on the edge, it was pretty good. But definitely everywhere in between, I just went way too thin, and I also didn't follow the contour of the windshield. So that's okay, it's really not a big deal because it was just the first draft. So now that I've gone through and I've measured a few more spots and I've gotten a couple of more points of reference, I was able to get a better layout of how it should look. So I've marked that, and I also give myself a little bit more on the edges. All right, so the second stencil looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and take that now and make my final stencil that's gonna be the one that I use to cut the actual dash cover. Okay guys, we are back in here and we have the new stencil, which I'm going to go ahead and put in here. See how we're looking. Just going to go ahead and put that right here on the front. That way you can take a look. It's a little tight. I'll show you guys here in a second. But we have a pretty good curve going here. It looks like it's still a little tight over here at the front, so I'm gonna have to trim that a little bit to help that out. So I'm gonna go through and trim that curve just a little bit at the front. Looks like I have to trim it a little bit more over here. It fits pretty good. It's pretty flush with the front. It's pretty flush with the windshield. The front is nice and straight because we cut along the edge of the board, so that gave us a nice straight edge. And then over here on the corners we have a nice fit. There is a bit of a gap right here. If you notice, right here it's flush, but then there's a small gap right there. Not really sure what I'm going to do with that. I think I'm just going to leave that straight, because even getting it in here and out, it's a little tight fit. So that will just kind of leave as is for now. So next step is Home Depot. We'll see what they got. Hopefully they have a 4-foot long piece that I can just trim that's thin enough. I don't know. Let's go see what we can find. This is what I decided on. I have it's a 3/4 inch thick, a little thicker than what I wanted. I was really hoping for something more like 1/2 inch thick at the most, but in order to get like a 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch thick piece of wood, I would have had to buy the big sheets, and I didn't want to do that. I was really hoping that they had some smaller pieces, but the widest that they had was a 4-footer, which is about 1.5 inches to 2 inches too short as far as the length goes. I went with this guy. It's pretty straight. It's got a small bow on one side, but we're gonna clip, measuring from this side over this way, so that'll get clipped off. And it does have a small curve on the actual piece of wood, which is not ideal, but I'm gonna have that curve towards the top, and so I'm thinking with that curve at the top, and then once everything else is straightened out, it'll actually give the dash a nice curve to it, just minor, very, very minor, and it'll just add a little bit of dimension so it doesn't look like just this flat dash. It'll look more custom, I guess. I don't know. Okay guys, the dash is in, and this is how it sits right now. Not too shabby. Let me show you how it looks from the outside. So because this piece of wood is so thick, it's running into the windshield before it gets a chance to go flush, which means we need to trim this edge down a little bit and give it that curve on the top so that it can fit flush. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down. So this is how it looks right now. I sanded it down. It's got a nice smooth finish to it. Cleaned up a lot of the mistakes that I made over here. It was pretty jagged and pretty beat up. It is pretty smooth and it's pretty straight. It's not perfect. It is pretty good. And this right here should fit pretty smooth in there. So let's go see how it looks. So the dash is done. I cut it to shape, I sanded it down, stained it black because that looks really good, and then I put a little bit of epoxy on there just to give it a little bit of a shine. I think it looks pretty good. Check it out. So I went through and I cut this at a bit of an angle. I'll show you. Just to give it a little bit more dimension. And I think that looks pretty sharp. The stain looks good on there. It took 2 coats of the black stain and then 1 coat of the epoxy. It didn't come out as smooth as I would have liked in a couple of spots. Right here, you can see where I gouged into the wood a little bit. Didn't do a very good job. But from a few feet away, this looks pretty good. Even if you're just sitting here in the truck, you can't really see a lot of these imperfections unless you start looking for it. For now, this is gonna work. I do like it, it looks pretty good. But I am probably gonna have to remake it, and that's okay because I kept the stencils. I'll have this guy as a stencil, and now that I've made it once, I can make it a second time even better. But for now, I'm gonna go with this. I am gonna have to drill some holes over here in different spots so that I can put the speakers in. So there's a couple things left that I gotta do. The first thing is this gap right here. If you notice, there's a big gap all the way across here, and I got to take care of that before I call this done. And so what's causing that is this lip right here. It goes all the way across the entire dash. There, that's focused. So I'm going to put some of this little 3D paint on that lip right there and put the dash cover right on top of it, and see if I can use that to just basically mark underneath the dash where I need to cut. I'll go in there with my Dremel, and then I'll cut a little groove along it so that that'll make room for that lip to go in, and then hopefully that'll give me a little bit more of a flush look. It's pretty much done, and I think it looks pretty good. Considering what it is, it looks pretty good. I think I'm gonna remake it in the future. For now, this is gonna work, but in the future, I'm gonna make it again. Switch up a couple things on it. But overall, I do like it, and I like the direction that it's going. And I like the way that the wood grain looks. It looks pretty fly. So I went through and I cut the groove with my Dremel so that that little lip that was underneath here could fit in there. So now it's nice and snug. I did not do a very good job with the Dremel. It was a little bit more challenging than I thought. And I went ahead and added some weather stripping to it. I'll show you what I used. And here it is, Les Pièces de Résistance. This is floor weather seal replacement. So it's for home use, really. And what it is it's just a seal that looks like that, and I put it along the front of the dash, in between the dash cover and the windshield, to take care of that little gap. And so what happened was, when I cut this guy and I had it all done, it was a pretty good curve on there, and it pretty much matched the windshield, but it was not a perfect fit. And so with this guy, it covers up any gaps, and it also gives it a nice clean look. Anyway, and then the other piece is this silicone gasket, which is also for home use. Seals doors and windows, and it has a self-adhesive, so that's kind of nice. So what I did with that is I put it along the front over here, just underneath the dash cover, to fill up the tiniest little gap that is between the dash cover and the front of the dash, I guess is what it's called. And it does the same thing. It just takes it from looking like it's just a piece of wood that's on there to looking a little bit more professional. It cleans it up, brings it all together, and it's really the tiny little details like that that I think just tie the whole thing together in any project, really. That's it. It's done. I'm gonna call this video done. I'm gonna call this project done. We're gonna move on to the next project, which is going to be to remove the engine. I've been kind of putting that off, but I think it's getting to the point where it's just time to do it. So, but let me know what you guys think. Do you like it? Do you not like it? You hate it? Have you done a project like this similar before? Comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. While you're here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. We have a lot more coming up with the truck, and we have more stuff coming up with the car as well, and we have a lot more car shows and just basically a ton more car content. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.